The first time I met her, I remember thinking that I'm going to put my life in this girl's hands because, you know, I'm at the mercy of what she does. She can make me look good or she can make me look really good.
The first time I met her, as if she's like gone, you know what I mean?
Not gone. She's not gone. I know.
Yeah, I just...
I think I was filling in for Stan Stachek, and she was in, I think she was filling in for somebody else. We were both fill-ins working the evening shift, and we were kind of the newbies, and we just did our business that night, got through, and then moved on.
Did your business that night?
We did our business, not together.
Oh yeah, that's right. The first time I met her, it was like on my first or second day. I was training, obviously, and you know, I was like a lost puppy. I didn't know where I was going, and she got annoyed because I kept following her everywhere.
I think it was probably over a Weight Watchers points dispute, how many points were involved in something that we both wanted to eat. Or at a bar, I don't know.
There was a slight altercation in the hallway. That's all I want to say.
I just started here, and I just remember thinking, gosh, her eyes are so pretty.
I have a question for you, though. Is Andy Ballas going to be in this? Because if he's in it, I don't want to be a part of it.
We just started doing 13 Action News midday, weekend morning, and she was directing.
What did you think?
I thought she was loud.
I think we met at a bar. I think we met, I don't know if she knew I was working here or not, but I think we ran into each other one night at a bar and there was a bit of a throwdown.
Describe the first time I met her.
I remember this one time she totally peed her pants. She was directing, and we couldn't, you know,
Right.
she's directing. She can't leave during the show, but she had to go so bad. Peed her pants.
Yeah.
Right in the chair?
Yeah.
Rumor has it they weren't even her pants. Rumor.
Did she get them dry clean though?
We don't know. Never saw him again.
Well, no, that wouldn't be right. Let's try this. No, that's not going to work either.
Well, I can't remember the first time I met her. I can tell you that there's only one person who would say, "Can you move the chair? Thanks bunches." That wasn't Tom Perna.
Cindy and I are really tight, and I remember one time we went down a side hallway to share an emotional conversation. We were very close, and at the end of it, we hugged, and she held me close and we embraced, and after a few seconds I could feel her start to struggle and pull away, but I still held on. And she whispered in my ear and said, "I'm telling Ann King." And I said, "It's 2 p.m. on a Friday. Do you think anyone's honestly working upstairs right now?"
What would be her favorite song of all time?
1 minute. All time? This Is Home. She sings that all the time.
Is that her ringtone?
I wouldn't be surprised. I know it's Jason's.
How do you feel about that?
Sad.
She is driving the ship. Do you drive ships? She's driving the car. She's steering the ship.
They're very classic. You think this would be West Side?
I did
No,
when you
this
threw
is
it up.
this is Weather Computer.
This is home. Wee-hee-hee.
You know, I think anytime you step outside the will of God and pursue another opportunity, there's something exciting about that. You're living in the moment. So I think that'll satisfy her for the time being. Yeah, for sure. I think 6 months from now, she's going to wake up and realize it might have been a mistake.
Thanks bunches. Can you move that chair? I'm going to take that chair and throw it into the Maumee River.
It was during political season, and we had a bigwig come through, and they wanted to do an interview on the soft set when that used to be out in Studio A, and they were kind of, I didn't think the camera shot looked right, and they just wanted to get it done. So I went out there and helped him adjust his chair to get the camera angle, and she chewed me out in the hallway afterwards, and she made me cry.
You're crazy, or you're crazy. Now this is Doppler.
Would you move the frickin' chair? Thanks bunches.
When you think of Cindy, what do you think of? When you think of her?
Yelling.
You think this is Peace Out? This is Viper.
It was the lip quiver and tears rolling down and trying to keep it back. You know.
Say, Mike. Oh, crap. crap. And then there's the awkward moment, not only for the people here, but the people who are watching on television, knowing that something is wrong and the idiot doesn't have his microphone on, and then things are going terribly wrong.
How do you slyly get that microphone on?
You don't. You just
Just go for it.
Diane?
I remember walking off set the first time I had her direct a show, and I knew I had nailed it, but I had to go back and make sure that she held her end of the bargain. And I thought she was good. I thought she was a C+. And, you know, I think C+ is, at least in my experience in school, that's pretty solid.
Where is she now?
I think now she's a solid B-.
I don't remember what the dispute was about, but we broke some furniture.
I'm here, you know, and then, you know, everybody else is like there and there and there. Now you can pick and choose who you want there.
Did you hit somebody?
I'd rather not say at this point.
I was walking in the control room. She was paging when I was doing like an interview or something. I don't remember if I was being interviewed or I was interviewing someone else. And I went in there, I pushed her out of the way to mess with something on the board, and then she punched me and knocked me out.
Can we name the people at each level?
Oh, you know, you know, you have to think about the number of people I've worked with over the years. I mean, let's say like Matt Miller would be way up there, maybe. Okay, you know, Jonathan might be way up there. You know, Hut might be way up there. Who am I missing here? Who am I missing? Oh, Cindy. Yeah, that's right.
You know, I think I can learn a lot from Cindy. I think she was a model employee. She worked hard. She didn't make excuses. You know, I mean, she's a quitter in the end.
Right before I log out, look at her.
Sinful. It's sinful.
Look at that eye.
Just the one. Just the one, you guys.
I mean, I'm not playing favorites, but if I was, it's the better eye.
She and I are about the same age and from the same general area.
Right.
But she's a Chippewa, so we all know that she has a learning deficiency.
She's there. You know, I'm still here, but she's there, you know. I mean, as opposed to the other ones, you know. She's there though. I mean, you know what? She'll be good someday. That's what I always thought. She'll be all right.
One rumor involves a big time makeout session at a holiday party. And I don't know if it was like on the dance floor or what, because I don't remember it, but people talk about it. It's just legendary. And she was part of that makeout session. I don't know if like clothes were coming off or like it was getting, you know, to the point where other people were involved, but it was like just a good time.
At 4:30, when everyone's working, we meet in the bathroom.
I'm impressed at how well she's finely tuned her body, I guess.
So here's Cindy.
Oh, except for on Facebook. Oh, Tuesday's starting out to be great.
So I got my nails done, and look at my hair, and I was talking to, take camera 3.
You know how many people I've seen leave this building, and I see them out, and sure, they look way happier, and they look like they have way more money, and they're driving a better car, and they're smiling, and they're not going to work on Christmas, not going to work on Thanksgiving, like I am.
So she's in downtown Blissfield, and there you see her, and she's got this stroller, like 3 kids lined up in this stroller, you know, and she's walking down the street, and that, you know, that's where I see her, you know. Obviously, she's her and what's his name?
Stefano.
Exactly.
I see Cindy with 7 or 8 children, 2 dogs, and a bad attitude.
I probably will never see her after this point, after the altercation.
If Cindy was on a desert island, she would probably bring Stefano? I don't even know. It changes every day. He's like Prince.
I could bring one item. What would she bring and why?
I think she'd bring that fiance because I guess she really likes him.
Do you know his name?
I've seen it on Facebook. Doug.
What's his name again? Stefano. Because I keep wanting to say Stefano, but that was from a soap opera. See?
Stefano?
Yeah, it is.
No, I like him. And, you know, God love him. He's doing the Lord's work.
When you get married, you can't eat the same thing he eats just because his plate's big. You have to learn how to keep yours small because that is a blurry line when you get married and they eat whatever they want. And at night you're watching movies and they're eating and then you want to eat, but you can't eat because if you eat, then you will end up. Tony just came in here.
Stefano. I was always saying Stefano, though.
I was jealous because I think for a long time I was just that other sports guy to Cindy. Rob Powers had those, you know, Ken doll good looks, the great pipes. Couldn't write worth a lick, in my opinion. I'm 10 times as creative. But he's in New York City, and he tips his parking attendant more than I make in an annual year. So I guess he did all right for himself.
He's good with his hands. Likes to get his hands in the dough.
But he does.
Stefano? Stefan Dough. Got it?
Knowing that the man has a restaurant, though, okay, purely selfish on my part, of course, but, you know, does it have a patio?
If she was on a deserted island, what would she bring? She'd bring her cell phone so we could text at 4:30 because that's our meeting time.
I assume they serve beer and wine. We know that it's a restaurant. Okay, so, you know, like, do they have, like, you know, free coupons for, you know, people that she used to work with and stuff?
If she was on a deserted island, what one item would she bring and why?
Pizza dough. To make pizza.
If she were on a deserted island, what one item might she bring and why?
John Stamos, because he's lovely.
I would agree with that. I would.
Wait, is this for her or for us?
I think they want to know about her.
Well, it's universal. John Stamos, duh. Next question.
5 years from now, Cindy will be at the top of the food chain. And I mean that at the top of the pizza food chain.
I think something I've learned is she only thinks about herself in the end, because this was a decision I wasn't consulted, Joe wasn't consulted, Steve was probably out somewhere expensing a meal, so he wasn't consulted.
Cindy is leaving.
Cindy is cool.
Very cool.
Ah, whatever. Try to one-up me.
Just did.
Let's do another one. Cindy is
Very beautiful.
Let's see if we can get an original one from Mark. Cindy is.
Better than anything Jen could say she is.
Cindy is.
Saucy. Pizza saucy.
Finish the sentence. Cindy is.
Aggressive.
Cindy is unpredictable. Like, I never know how she's going to be that day.
Anything else you want to say to Cindy, about Cindy, for Cindy?
I'm going to miss her.
Yeah, we'll miss her.
All sarcasm aside, I liked working with her.
She's good people.
She's very good people. Is that it? You guys
We're
good?
done. Oh.
Want to go grab a sandwich?
Yep.
She's great. She is great. She is going to be missed.
Cindy is solid. She's dependable. She is, as far as the directors, one of the most flexible and communicates the best.
Cindy is going to be missed.
Yeah! Yes! So happy for you. Good job.
Best of luck to you. The marriage is coming up quickly, the wedding, so congrats on that. And as I predicted, I think 2 kids in 5 years, so if you could make that happen, we could be certified.
I see her taking what she loves the most to the next level. I see her encouraging people to get to their best. I see her as obviously a wife and a mother. I see her balancing the life that I balance right now, and I hope that she remembers every dirty detail of everything that I've told her to survive.
Let me say something serious. The best thing I could say about Cindy is it's sad, but you don't always know if you can rely on everyone around the office. I never worried about Cindy. And Joe and I were talking about this the other day. When we go out there at 6 and 11, we know our stuff's going to look good. And it's one less thing to worry about because she will always hit it out of the park on the air. And I've always loved that about her. And when you're doing sports and you're producing things maybe a little more complex and fast, you're thinking, can this person keep up with us? She always does. She would always nail it for us.
Cindy, don't leave us. Rethink this. I will have them open the door back up for you, and we'll throw you a going away party, and we'll all buy you booze, because I know that's all you want. And then come back to work. Then we'll all be happy.
What's the chances she's coming back?
She's not coming back. She's totally not coming back.
All right, let's go. Hey, you gotta bounce to this like this. You almost gotta watch it.
Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me look here. Because I've got something. I know I've got something on my calendar for the 30th. Oh, you know what? You know what? I got a colonoscopy that's scheduled.
What is the name of his fiance? Stefano. Stefano?
Listen, I look for a lot of things in women. An ability to bake, to clean up afterwards, and maybe not even necessarily eat much of the food that you bake.
How long is this video going to be?